Ken Forkish is probably one of my favorite bread book authors. He also has a pizza book called The Elements of Pizza. We're going to make 3 types of pizzas today from The Elements of Pizza: a pan pizza, Enzo's pizza, which is a Neapolitan pizza, and New York style pizza. Let's get started.
Saturday pan pizza. Pan pizzas are usually my go-to type of pizzas because it doesn't require a big setup or cleanup. I split the recipe in half to fit my Breville Pizzaiolo pan. I'll include the original full recipe in the description box below for a sheet pan pizza. In a bowl, add 187 grams of water, room temperature, 5 grams or 1 teaspoon of salt. Give it a swirl. Sprinkle half a teaspoon of instant yeast. Let it rest for 1 minute. Mix in the yeast. Add 250 grams of bread flour or 00 flour. I tried both and I think the bread flour works better in this recipe. I feel like a pan pizza should be slightly dense and chewy. If you like a lighter and crispier crust, then 00 might be better for you. Mix all the ingredients together. The target dough temperature is 80 degrees Fahrenheit. Cover and let it rest for 20 minutes. Lightly dust your working surface with flour. Place the dough on it. Knead it for roughly 30 seconds to 1 minute. Place the dough back in the bowl. Cover and let it rest for 4 hours. Coat your pan with olive oil. Place the dough in the pan. Press and stretch the dough. Don't worry if your dough doesn't stretch all the way towards the edge. Cover and let it rest for 10 minutes. Stretch and press the dough again. Cover and let it rest for 30 minutes. Preheat your oven to 550 degrees Fahrenheit. I'm setting my pizza oven to pan pizza mode. Spread the tomato sauce on top. For a regular oven, bake for 15 minutes. For the Breville Pizzaiolo, bake for 10 minutes. Add more sauce to the pizza. Then add the toppings. I'm adding bell pepper, shallots, pineapple, jalapenos, and ham. I know it's a lot of toppings. Bake for 10 minutes in a regular oven or bake for 7 minutes in the Breville Pizzaiolo. This pizza was so yummy. It had a crispy bottom and a fluffy top. Probably one of the best pan pizzas I made. I will definitely keep this recipe and I will make it again and again and again and again. Enzo's pizza dough. This recipe makes 3 dough balls. Enzo Coccia is a famous award-winning master pizzaiolo in Naples. Ken personally got permission to use his recipe in his book and modified it for home pizza makers. To a bowl, add 350 grams of water, room temperature, 13 grams of salt. Give it a swirl. Add a pinch of instant dry yeast. Let it sit for 1 minute. Mix in the yeast. Add 500 grams of white flour, 00 flour preferred. Mix until the dough reaches 80 degrees Fahrenheit. You can also do the pincher method. Cover and let it rest for 15 minutes. Lightly flour your working surface. Knead the dough for roughly 2 to 3 minutes. Place the dough seam side down back in the bowl. Cover and let it rest for 20 minutes. Divide the dough into 3 pieces. Shape into balls. Gather the ends together and pinch them closed. Flip over and shape them into balls. Place the doughs in a container with a lid or a plate with plastic wrap. My containers has been oiled. Cover and let it rest at room temperature for 10 hours. Preheat your oven to 550 degrees Fahrenheit. I'm setting my pizza oven to thin and crispy. Mix flour and semolina flour on your working surface. Coat your dough with the flour mixture. Stretch or press the dough into a circle. I forgot to dock the dough! I'm going to just make a simple cheese pizza for my first pizza to see how sticky the dough is. Gotta do that nice shake and slide to test to make sure the dough isn't stuck to the peel. The Breville Pizzaiolo already presets to 6 minutes with the thin and crispy mode. I think the pizza could cook a little longer, so I'm going to add an additional 1.5 minutes. I'm going to increase the oven temperature and set it to wood fire and see how the pizza dough cooks. This time, I won't forget to dock my dough. Guess what I did? I forgot to dock my pizza dough again. This time, I'm going to top my pizza with jalapeno and pepperoni. What is up with me and jalapenos? I guess I'm feeling a little spicy this week. I also had some mortadella in the fridge, so I'm going to add it too. Do the shake and slide test again. Wood fire setting worked great. Had good spotting and good flavor. This pizza dough folded inside the oven and it's shaped like a heart now. Perfect for Valentine's Day. Here goes my third pizza. Yay! I docked it! Woohoo! This pizza was so delicious. It had good flavor and a nice wood fire char. "48 to 72 hour New York pizza dough. This dough is a little stiffer, so Ken recommends using a stand mixer for this dough. In a stand mixer bowl, add 320 grams of water, room temperature, 14 grams or 2.5 teaspoons of salt. Give it a swirl. Add 1.2 grams or roughly about a little less than a quarter teaspoon of instant dried yeast. Let it sit for 1 minute. Mix in the yeast. Add 500 grams of high-protein bread flour. Mix with dough hook on low for 90 seconds. Target dough temperature is 78 to 80 degrees Fahrenheit. Cover and let the dough rest for 2 hours. Divide the dough into 3 pieces. Shape them into balls. Place them in a container with a lid or a plate with plastic wrap. My containers are coated with olive oil. Let it rest in the refrigerator for 48 to 72 hours. Take the dough out of the fridge and let it rest at room temperature for 90 minutes before shaping. Preheat your oven to 550 degrees Fahrenheit. I'm preheating my pizza oven to New York pizza mode. Coat the dough with the flour semolina mixture. Stretch and press the dough into a circle. This pizza will be flatter and not as bubbly as the Neapolitan pizza. Top with sauce and your toppings. In a regular oven, bake for roughly 9 to 10 minutes. In the pizzaiolo, bake for roughly 8 to 9 minutes. This was a pretty good pizza, but not the best. I think it's worth try making at home. Goes into depths in his book and how he developed the recipes and the reason behind it. There are many more pizza recipes, and this book is definitely a keeper in my collection. That's it for me, guys. Until another weekend. Bye!
We're going to make 3. Do you go 3 or 3? 3 or 3? I don't know. 3 or 3?